So hi and assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Afwan Shakir bin Wan Azman, number matrix 281606. So today I'm gonna explain about linear correlation and coefficient. So yes, maybe you guys think this topic is hard, however it's very simple topic actually. So what is the meaning of correlation and coefficient actually? So a correlation coefficient of 1 means that for every positive increase in one variable, there is a positive increase of a fixed proportion in the other. For example, shoe size go up in almost perfect correlation with foot length. A correlation coefficient of -1 means that for every positive increase in one variable, there is a negative decrease of a fixed proportion in the other. For example, the amount of gas in a tank decrease in almost perfect correlation with speed. 0 means that for every increase, there isn't a positive or negative increase. The two just are not related. So we go deeper into understanding the correlation and coefficient. Here I put a graph for you guys to understand the basic understanding of correlation and coefficient. So basically, correlation and coefficient are related to the straight lines. This is the example of the basic understanding. So as you guys see here, we have one graph and then one straight lines. The basic straight lines concept, which is gradient, equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let's say we have a straight line and we have point on the line. For example, 0 as x and 2015 as y. It's positive correlation because as x increase, y increase. There is a direct relationship between y and x. The correlation coefficient will be positive for this situation because all the points on the line and the line has a positive slope. So this is the example of the portrait or the plot of the correlation coefficient. So at the first one, we can see here there is perfect negative linear correlation, which is r equal to -1 or the gradient equals to -1. Or we can say the strong negative linear correlation because r are close to -1. So, and the second one we have weak negative linear correlation or moderate negative linear correlation because there is no line there, is hardly for me to tell. However, we can say is moderate or weak correlation. So, and the last one we have no linear correlation, which is nearly uncorrelated because r are close to the 0 or is at 0. So this is several formula for correlation coefficient, as you can see here for sample and for population. However, we commonly use this formula, which is R measure the strengths of the linear relationship between two variables, and that the following properties of R are meaningful only when the data points are scattered about a line. Remember, strong are close to -1 or 1 and weak are close to the 0. You can see here the formula. So I will show you the example of the calculation. So we have here data set of x and y. So importantly, we must find the xy, x square and y square, and then we calculate all the data. After we calculate all the data, we replace the value of the data into the formula like I show here. After we replace all the data into the formula, we calculate it as usual. So for this question, the linear correlation coefficient are equal to -0.998, suggests a strong negative linear correlation between x and y. So this is the real life example for this topic. Scientists in China want to know if there was a relationship between how we rise population are different genetically. The goal was to find out the evolutionary potential of the rice. Pearson's Pearson's correlation between the two groups was analyzed. It showed a positive Pearson product moment correlation of between 0.783 and 0.895 for weedy rice population. This figure is quite high, which suggests a fairly strong relationship. So I think that's all from me, the explanation about this topic. I hope you guys understand. Thank you and see you again.